Hey parents, it's Britta Oforikoregu here, purposeful parenting practitioner and licensed conscious parenting class facilitator. I know how much you love your child. I just wanted to make sure that you express your love to them in a way that they understand and in a way that is meaningful to them. Because loving them in a way that is unique to them is a brilliant vehicle for meeting their emotional needs. It is what they need to thrive because truly loving your child and making them feel seen, heard, safe, soothed, and secure is the foundation upon which every other aspect of your child's development is built. So, just like adults, children desire to be loved in a way that is unique to them. Coined by Dr. Gary Chapman, the five languages outline different ways people commonly express and receive love. And in no particular order, they are words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch. As Dr. Gary Chapman explains in his book, The Five Love Languages, knowing someone else's love language can help them feel acknowledged and important, ultimately allowing for the relationship to deepen. And one of the main things that we want to do as conscious, intentional, gentle, purposeful parents is to establish a deep sense of connection with our children. And knowing their love language is the ideal way to do that and to fill up their love bucket as well. So, right now, I'm just going to go through the five love languages with you and see if you'll be able to identify what you think is your child's love language so that you can speak it to them. So, the first one is words of affirmation. This involves the use of words, and I love you is simply not adequate. A child whose love language is words of affirmation needs you to compliment and appreciate them often, and when you notice them doing something, that would be further enhanced by a compliment. You threw a compliment right in there. So it's a must that you ensure what you're saying to affirm them is genuine. Therefore, there is no need to praise or affirm them if you have no reason to do so. Using descriptions when complimenting or praising or affirming this child is very meaningful and impactful for them, and it abundantly fills up their love bucket. Then I'm moving on to the next one, which is quality time. A child whose love language is quality time requires your full and undivided time and attention. This child requires your presence and all of you when you are with them. Although they may come across as quote unquote high maintenance or demanding, the wonderful thing is that they become fully satisfied even if the time you spend with them is brief. They just require your full attention for that duration. They ask you to play, paint, or go places with them. The full and undivided attention and time you give makes them feel loved, and it communicates the message that they are important to you. So spending quality time with them fills up their love bucket immensely. And the third one is acts of service. This love language is all about what you do to serve your child. For this child, the highest form of your expression of love is by honoring their request to do things for them or taking the initiative to do so. This love language can sometimes be a little tricky as parents often desire to raise a confident, autonomous, and independent child. There is therefore the need to strike a balance between speaking this love language and not taking their independence and confidence away by doing things for them that they might be able to do for themselves. For this child, doing favors for them and serving them in ways that matter to them makes them feel deeply loved and tremendously fills their love bucket. Then I'll move on right to gifts. The giving and receiving of gifts is a powerful expression of love for this child, and it means so much to them. They love receiving a gift for no particular reason, and it's more meaningful to them than receiving gifts in response to something they did right or as a reward. For this child, the focus is not on the gift itself, but on your expression of love through that gift. Hence, they appreciate anything as a gift to them, including things you intend to buy for them anyway, such as clothes, handmade items, things you collect in nature, etc. This child cherishes the things given to them, and each one symbolizes love to them. This child is absolutely this child absolutely loves surprise gifts, and this expression of love is what fills up their love bucket to the brim. And finally, physical touch. As the name implies, this love language entails communicating love to your child through physical touch. A child whose primary love language is physical touch loves and thrives on hugs, kisses, patting, stroking, playful roughhousing, when you play boisterously with them. Physical touch and affection fulfills their highest need for love and fills up their love bucket like nothing else ever can. Because this is the language they understand. So how do you identify your child's love language? It is important to express love to your child in all the different love languages. However, in order to truly make them feel loved and meet their emotional needs, it is essential to know your child's primary and secondary love language. But how do you go about exactly identifying their love language? The truth is that the older a child is, the easier it is to identify their love language. Nevertheless, right from infancy, there is some kind of indication of your child's preference. For instance, a child might become more agitated if they're touched when upset, whereas another might be comforted by it. Similarly, a child may be soothed by hearing the assurance of a voice, whereas for another child, that may simply aggravate an already volatile situation, and they would rather be simply left alone and not spoken to. It is essential for you to pay attention to your child's behaviors and what they say and do, as these hold vital clues as to how they desire to be loved. I hope this helps you a great deal. And if you'd like my help and support in cultivating more calm, connection and cooperation in your home, I'm here to support you with your biggest parenting struggles. And I created the Empower Hour just for you. So if you'd like my help and support, simply drop me an inbox message and we can book you in for a session. I am so excited and I look forward to being able to support you and helping you through any parenting struggles you might be experiencing at the moment. Take care and see you soon.